What's up guys, so today I'm actually going to be working on the radiator with the hoses. I did get the dash 16 lines. I actually ordered from Final Drive Racing, Brian. I ordered a 10-foot length and a 20-foot length. Reason why is because I couldn't get a 30-foot. They only come 10, 20, and 50, I believe. So I just took the dive. I did 10 and 20, hoping to God that the 10-foot length would work for my furthest point. And it works phenomenal. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to teach you guys how to put a dash 16 fitting onto a dash 16 line. If you have a vise, use it, okay? I don't have AN wrenches, so it is going to be a little messed up, my fittings. But you won't see it. It'll be under the car, and there's nothing that a little Sharpie won't fix, or a little paint, or nail polish, or whatever you have to use. So let's get to it, guys. Alright guys, so I'm having like on a weird angle right now, but alright, when you get a vibrant line, whatever size it is, they usually put this rubber piece on here with a little bit of like this clear wrap underneath it. Now, don't be so eager just to rip it off, get ready for the fitting. Okay, you have to remember that this is like strings at the end of it. So once you pull that off, you rip it off, get anxious about it, they're all gonna fray, then the metal's gonna fray, and then it's impossible to get your large dash 16 fitting on. I'm sorry, I had to change the angle. So what I'm gonna do, very carefully, lift off the black piece. It's a piece of rubber, that's all. All right, there's actually a white tape, and then a clear tape, a clear wrap right under it, okay? So what I'm gonna do, find the seam point, wherever it is. I want to unravel it very slowly, and it's like medical tape they use. Okay, slowly unravel it. Again, you don't want it to start fraying, and it'll just be a huge headache. Honestly, I've done it. Actually, get your dash 16 fitting ready. All you have to do is take off the end piece, the part that actually slides over the hose. You can put this off to the side. Okay, so you could probably actually, you know what, I'm going to leave that clear piece on. I'm going to see if it slides a little bit better, actually. What you can use, you could put a little bit of oil on the inside and on the outskirts of the hose for it to be able to slide right on. If you do it dry, either probably with this plastic on it or without it, it will be super, super, super hard to push on. It's impossible. These dash 16 fittings are hard to push on if you have no lube on it, just like anything else. So I'm actually just using brake and caliper grease. There's a little bit of schmutz around the plastic. I actually just did the other one. I actually pulled the plastic off. That's why I originally said just pull it off. But I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe it's a little easier. Alright. Put a little bit more. Want to get it on the inside. Don't put, like, you don't have to cake all on. Nice thin coat, just so it's easier for it to slide in when it does get deeper within the threads. See, I'm just pushing it all in. Okay, so very slowly, pay attention. You're gonna have to push super hard, so it'd probably be better if you can basically like crouch down and push the fitting on. That's exactly what I'm going to do off camera. Barely on right now, but I'm going to keep pushing. Hold on. Much easier with grease. Don't use oil. I just used oil before. It was a struggle. It's halfway on right now. I'm going to push a little harder. Just with my strength, no tools, no nothing. All right, I got a little further in. All right, guys, here's my vise. It is not clamped down, so it might move on me a little bit, but I'm not going to be using this gator grip part of the vise yet either. So as crazy as this is, you know, this is what I have. So do it. You don't have to do it this way. Alright, I'm going to smack this down. It won't mess up the threads because the threads are actually kind of further in. There's actually a lip that you won't mess it up. I've done it many, many times. You're not going to mess it up.
There. Perfect. I'll show you guys right now.
Alright guys, so that is the inskirts of the fitting. As you can see, just the flat part is a little scuffed up. The threads are not messed up. Perfectly fine. Alright guys, so now with this other fitting, put a little bit of grease on that, on the end of it, because this part right here is going to go inside that fitting that you just put on. Also, put a little grease on the actual threads itself. It'll make your life a lot easier. You don't want to do any of this dry. If you have oil, use that. It will be a little bit harder than grease, but it works. This, I start by hand. I don't use a vise yet. It just slide right in. You should be able to hand through the first 2 or 3 threads. After that, you want to honestly use a vise for it. Okay, that's it. Okay. Now, again, if you have AN wrenches, be sure, please, to use that. Again, I'm using what I have. Don't criticize me. I mean, I don't really fuck, but it works. Okay. Again, I don't have an adjustment large enough, I think. Yeah. I don't know where my large ones are. Even I'll use a pipe wrench too, but I don't think I have one in here. So I use this. I used this on the last one, and it worked out fine. It was just on the largest setting, and I just slowly twist around. This does take time. The first few are easy to do.
And if you don't want to get too crazy, you go straight back to the first point you started at, just so you don't mess up the other 4 sides, the other technical other 4 sides. So you just scratch them up too. Again, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's getting a little bit, I don't know, I'm looking at, but I'm trying to do this right now. Again, we're fine. And right now we have that smoke issue, that proof in Canada. Again, I did it Long Island, I thought it was all bullshit. We got this fucking bad. Super bad. Again, you see how much it's going down. I'm not even putting a lot of force into it, but please, if you have a vise, you can use it. The other way you can do this is to get 2 adjustable wrenches, hold one down as you're sitting down, I recommend, or crouch down, whatever's easier for you to get better leverage. Okay, getting there. And theoretically, you want to stop exactly where you basically can't go anymore. My last one I just did, it was swap out, I had a thread. And I'm going to show you, so you fucking make them broad, and you have another problem. And then your fitting is actually bad. Have I seen that before? Yes. Trying to get a little tougher now. Perfectly normal. Again, what you're doing initially is spreading that hose, the inner part of the hose out, because this is a fitting. Almost there. I might have to adjust the vise with the fitting that I have in it, just so it's a little higher, and I'm not so close to the wrench. Oops, the vise. Some of you might say, oh, why do you hold it down? You can run a track and this and that, it gets in the way. So, I really don't know how to aim the tip off dash 16. So, if I'm grinding, it holds it perfectly, no issues will happen. Almost there. Probably about a full thread off. I like to. Loosen up. Try to bring it up a little bit. Tighten it back up.
You're all done with your dash 16 line and fitting. Again, if you have dash 16 AN wrenches, use those. Don't do it the way I do it, but I'm just trying to teach you the way to actually put them on the lines without it getting messed up. If you are cutting a line, whatever AN size you're using, please put what I use about 2 little strips of electrical tape around the spot, and I cut in the middle of the electrical tape. The electrical tape stays on, but I only do it 2 times around. You don't want to go too thick, because remember, you want to put that fitting over it. I actually keep the electrical tape on, and I put the fitting over it, and it works out perfectly. There's no issues. If anything, when you are pushing it all on the hose, the electrical tape will actually fall off when the fitting is getting pushed fully on. So that's perfectly fine. The electrical tape is just to hold the hairs together, and the wire and all that stuff. Remember, you're dealing with like a fabric string, and also the metal bands that are underneath it. So I'll try to do a little tutorials on how to do things as time goes on when I'm able to. So This is for my coolant lines for my brand new radiator setup. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. And if you guys have any comments, anything that you guys want to see, please write down below. And also follow my Instagram at Hellboy_4wheel drive. All right. Later, guys.